my brave immortal soul. This is Venus Callida. As you can see, my rigging has disappeared, as has the alignment of all the planets behind all the fog and the smog and the clouds and all that. But listen, there's so much snow on the ground that it might as well just still be a Christmas day. And I have for you a little Riddle Me Recipe Blitz, something that I found way back in November, and I was sitting on it and I decided that it's just got so much to it that I'm going to just share it to you. Now, this little picture beside me got my dancing put in for you to look at something of movement, but I'm so sorry about that. Since I am away at an award center tonight, I really wanted to give you something to steep over. So this is Venus Callida. I'm here with a fantastic naughty drink recipe for this week's edition of Riddle Me Recipe Blitz. And no time to waste. We're not going to say any riddles. I'm just going to give it to you straight up. So here we go. You'll need 2 cups of diced California prunes, 1 cup California raisins. You can use any variety of raisins that you like. I use a medley, dried on the vine raisins or golden raisins. They're all great choices. I just like them nice and plumpy. We're going to need a cup of diced dried California figs. Everything California style. Well, good thing it's in our grocery store. A cup of diced California dates. A cup of diced dried apricots. A cup of dried cherries. A cup of diced dried apple rings. A cup of diced dried pears. 1 cup of dried cranberries. 1 vanilla bean and split it. 2 cinnamon sticks. 1 star of anise. We'll need 1.75 liter bottle of white or spiced rum, bourbon, or brandy. I personally love spiced rum or bourbon. Brandy, yeah, I like that cherry taste in it. Anything, all of it. Do it all. Treat this like a rum cake if you're from the Caribbean. Woo! All right, have some fun with it. Now, Venus, you're going to ask me, what does this combination of things make? Well, this is a drink recipe. It's perfect if you love the rich and fruity holiday flavor of an infused fruitcake liqueur. And we're going to have to rehydrate the fruit. Can be separated and used as tasty addition to any holiday baked good. So like we can make this thing in a jar like you're seeing beside me here, and then like fish out the fruity bits and stick them in cookie recipes, muffin recipes, on your waffles. I don't know, have a party waffle. But it's so tasty. And woo, your breath is going to be so high with spirits. So this recipe was found in a book called This Mess Is Ours. The prep time is 30 minutes, and the infusion time takes 3 to 5 days. So be patient if you have the time, because it's going to be well worth it. Ooh, it's going to be impactful. Here's how we make our own infused fruitcake liqueur. To make the fruitcake liqueur, you're going to layer the dried fruit and spices in a very large container, like a glass jar, like you see here beside me. If you needed, you can make multiple smaller infusion jars instead of one large one, and then go visiting people and spread the joy. Yeah. If you decide to break up the mixture, you'll need to divide the spices amongst the jars evenly. And in the case of the star anise, that can't really be broken into individual pieces, so just omit it or add 1 to each jar as you're making your infusions. It's important to note that the star anise will have more discernible flavor note in the final infusion. Pour the alcohol over all the dried fruit, so you can see here the bottle neck is tipping in, let me see here. So you want to make sure it covers completely. So we want to pour the alcohol in until it's above the layer of all the different fruits, all the cut up dried fruits in there. Now, transfer the container to a cool place, a darker place like the pantry, for 3 to 5 days. Go for the full 5, honestly, so that you can infuse it very well. You can also place the infusion jars in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. Just don't open it all the time. Keep that fridge closed. Either way works great. After the alcohol has fully infused, you're ready to start making cocktails and baked goods with this recipe. Now, to store the fruitcake liqueur, you can strain all of the fruit out and store the fruit and the liqueur in separate containers in the fridge. The fruit will last for up to a week this way, or you can keep the entire jar stored in the fridge, and as you use the infused liquor and the fruit throughout the season, simply keep the jar topped off with new liquid so that the dried fruit stays submerged. You need to keep it under a layer of alcohol at all times. You can add a splash of rum and cake, a cupcake recipe, put it in a hot coffee, or you could use it for shots, for a happy end birthday party, a birthday party, an anniversary party, anything. That's seasonally fun, and it's definitely a Christmassy flavor because it's like, what can you do with fruitcake? Well, here's just another way to use all those yummy goodies that we put inside. So personally, I do actually scoop them out to make cakes, cupcakes, toppings. I have put it in the hot coffee just a little bit at a time. One shot's enough for me. um, and have it as your personal little jar of moonshine there. So, well, this is Venus Callida giving you a recipe like maybe you've never heard of before, maybe you've never thought of it before. If you like fruitcake, you know someone actually eats fruitcake, whip up a batch of this stuff and go visiting. Spread the joy. Spread the joy. Don't go too heavy on. Just do a little bit at a time because this stuff, to me, it's gonna impact you. So happy festivities. Drink up, bottoms up, Emsol, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye.